I think, therefore I am. A famous quote from renowned mathematician, scientist and philosopher Rene Descartes. Although he excelled in many of his intellectual pursuits, his contributions to mathematics are integral to our understanding of modern geometry particularly, as well as his work in algebraic notation. Perhaps his most famous mathematical discovery was in analytical geometry, where he worked out how to represent algebraic equations on a 2D plane as coordinates. This meant he could plot any point in relation to two axes, the x and y. You can then plot any point on this plane, for example 2, 3. But what made Descartes' discovery revolutionary was how you could use these axes to plot an algebraic equation. Take, for example, y equals x plus 2. We can use the formula y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. Therefore, when x equals 0, we have the y-intercept, which must be 2. As the gradient equals 1, the rise and run are equal. Therefore, we can plot the line as follows, making a straight line graph. We can also use this to plot curves on a graph. All equations with squared variables create curves on a graph. For example, we can use the equation y equals x squared plus 1. We can substitute different values for x and plot them to create a curve. We can also create a circle, such as with the equation x squared plus y squared equals 2 squared, with a radius of 2. We now call this Cartesian geometry. Although Descartes' discoveries may seem simple, they were crucial in linking algebra and geometry in a way that had never been done before. Another important mathematical discovery Descartes made was an algebraic notation. Rather than the previously written longhand, he now had notation for showing powers. For example, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 to the 4, or 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 3 to the 7. All his discoveries have helped to further advance mathematics and are still in use today for all levels of maths. Coordinates have many real-life uses, such as the location of air transport, meaning air traffic controllers know the location of airplanes in relation to certain geographical boundaries. This means coordinates prevent air crashes. They are used in a similar way to track ships. Furthermore, a geographic coordinate system is used to assign location to geographic objects, for example, latitude and longitude. This system is based off the original Cartesian coordinate system to locate things. But before we go, here are 3 fascinating facts about Descartes. It is said that he discovered his Cartesian geometry theory while in bed watching a fly and trying to work out how its location could be described. He was also bestowed a moniker, Father of Geometry, on his relation between algebra and geometry are used throughout mathematics, especially in calculus. As well as being a mathematician, he was a philosopher, with his most famous writing being Meditation on First Philosophy, which continues to be a required reading at most universities. A final famous quote: "With me, everything turns into mathematics."